What's up, beauties? Welcome back to my channel, Holy Hair. I am so excited to be launching my Successful Stylist series. This is going to be my first video of the series, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can improve your confidence as a hairstylist. Confidence is super important when you're a stylist. I mean, your clients are coming to you and they're trusting you with their hair. It's a very vulnerable situation for them. So if you seem really insecure, your clients aren't really gonna trust that their hair is gonna come out great. So confidence is something that's super important, and I have about 6 points that I wanna touch on today to help you become a extremely confident hairstylist that you can just kill it in the salon and make your clients feel amazing. So stay tuned for some awesome tips.
Let's go, let's lead, let's hit, let's go. Holy hair, let's go, let's go, let's go.
So the first thing that I want to talk about is your appearance. Now, this is a tricky one because when I first started at a salon, the first salon that I worked at was a very high-end salon, and it was like we had a very strict dress code. You were like not mandated to wear heels, but it was strongly encouraged to wear heels when you're standing on your feet for 10 hours a day. Like, it's just not realistic. So I felt a lot of pressure when I worked there, and if you're at a salon where you feel that immense amount of pressure to dress like you're about to walk New York Fashion Week, your clients probably feel it too. So I had no idea until I moved off on my own that my clients actually felt really uncomfortable at the salon. They were like, thank God, I am so happy you left that salon. I felt so much pressure to like get dressed up to come in to get my hair done. And clients don't always want to feel like that. They want to feel like it's like, you know, they're going to the spa, they're going to relax. They don't want to feel like they're in competition with other women at the salon. So when I talk about appearance, I'm not saying that you need to be like dressed to the nines, makeup, hair, outfit on point. Like, it's not that serious, but you do want to take care of yourself. So whatever that means for you, take time for yourself in the morning, like self-care. Workout, or I do yoga in the morning. I like to stretch. I just do a little yoga, breathing, meditation type thing, and I kind of get ready and I play my positive music, and it just gets me going for the day. So whatever that means for you, get you in the right headspace for that day before you go into work. And then pick one thing. Like, realistically, every single day you're not going to have everything on point. Like I said, I typically don't. I'm not normally like all 100% put together. So I usually pick one thing, either hair, makeup, or outfit. And I promise this works every time. So just pick one thing. So if my hair is a hot, greasy mess and it can't be saved, I put on a hat. I don't do my hair. I'll throw on like some tinted moisturizer and not do my full makeup. But if my outfit is super cute and like stylish, and I have on like a cute little hat, people aren't going to notice that I don't have like a full face of makeup on. So yeah, you just want to look put together. You know, pick one of the 3 things. I promise it works every time. Like, you'll end up looking super cute, and your clients, they just want to feel like when you feel good, your clients feel good. So that's my motto, is just like pick one of the 3. For me, that's what makes me feel good. If it makes you feel good to do your hair, makeup, and have your outfit on point, like, props to you, because I don't have the energy to do that every single day. But in a pinch, you know, if you want to do your full face of makeup but then wear yoga pants, fine. Like, you'll still look cute, I swear. You don't have to be all the way put together. Just show a little bit of effort. A little goes a long way, I promise. So once you get your self-care and your appearance ready for the day and you feel good about yourself going to work, the next thing I want to talk about is a thorough, how do you say it? Thorough consultation. So this is super helpful when you're doing someone's hair, especially if it's a new client. Trust me, I've been doing hair for 10 years and I still get nervous when I get new clients to come in, because you want to impress them. Like, you want to do a good job on their hair. You want their hair to come out how they want it. And sometimes it's kind of hard, you know, when someone says something in their head, they could be picturing something other than what you're picturing. So I like to have clients bring in photos. Photos are like the best thing. And then a lot of times I bring up photos on my phone and I'll say, do you like this better or this better? And I'll show like a comparison between two different color looks, and you know, I'll kind of find like what they don't like, which tells me a lot. So not only is it important to find out what they do want, but also find out what they don't want, because that'll tell you a lot about what they're expecting that day from their hair service. Give a thorough consultation, explain everything in detail. You don't want to go into too much detail, like you don't want your clients mixing your formula for you, because trust me, like it's happened where the client almost like takes over the appointment. So you want to be in control of the consultation and just tell them, you know, don't even worry about how I'm going to mix up the color, because trust me, some clients try to tell you how to mix your color. Just say, don't even worry about that part of it. I got the color, I'll do the mixology part. You just tell me what you like in the photos and I will do the rest of the work. And so that makes your client feel really confident in you, that you're gonna take care of it, their hair's gonna come out beautiful, and it's just the power of words. Like, just say it out loud, like your hair's gonna come out beautiful today. No matter what we do, it's just gonna look amazing. So just encourage your client that their hair's gonna turn out beautiful and that they are in good hands. So my next point is book enough time for your clients, especially those new clients that you have. I always book an extra 15 minutes for new clients, in addition to what my original appointment is scheduled, because that 15 minutes usually goes into the consultation. Like I said, I like to have a very thorough consultation, so it's usually an extra 15 minutes if I've never done their hair before. If I've done their hair and they're just coming in for a touch-up, it's, hey, how's it going, blah, 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 I'm mixing their color, like we're good to go. A lot of times with color, it is good to have a consultation prior to their full appointment time. If they don't know what to book for, then, you know, they could say color retouch, but really, you know, they need a full highlight, but they just want the roots of the highlight touched up, so they book for a color retouch. And that's like totally different. Like, it takes way longer to do a full highlight than it does a root touch-up. Sometimes what I do is, because not everybody wants to come in for a full consultation before their color appointment, so sometimes I'll just, when they book their appointment online, it has their phone number on there, so I'll just shoot them a text and I'll be like, hey, so-and-so, I saw you booked your appointment for next week or whatever the date was. I just wanted to make sure you booked for the right appointment. You selected partial highlight and cut. You know, what does your hair look like right now? And what are you looking to do exactly? And it just like reach out, and I think that people appreciate that, because then they feel like, okay, they saw my appointment and I'm not just like one more person on their book, blah, blah, blah. So you just want to stand out to people as their stylist, especially if they're coming to you for the first time. Book enough time for their appointment so they do not feel rushed and you do not feel rushed. Because let me just tell you, when I feel rushed at the salon, it's very stressful. And if I'm like already like not knowing what I'm doing on their hair, or if they booked for the wrong thing and I'm like rushing because I had to fit in a full highlight when I have like back-to-back appointments the rest of the day, like that's just not cool. So you want to make sure that you book enough time so you don't feel rushed, and that you reach out to your client and make sure they booked for the right thing, especially if it's a first-time client. So my next point is to charge your worth. So if you're at a salon where the salon owners make the prices for you, that is perfectly fine. But I will say, you know, to that, if you are at a salon where you're not in control of your pricing, just make sure that you're charging for the services that you do. A lot of times, and this goes, I guess this goes both ways if you're independent or the salon, a lot of times people will be like, oh, can you just, you know, throw some color on my eyebrows, you know, and do a brow tint, which I only charge $10 for. But they think it's free because it's like, oh, just the color that you're using on my roots, just use some of that for the brow or whatever. But it's an added service, and it's only $10, so it's not that big of a deal for the client. So just make sure you're charging for those extra services that you're doing. If you add in a toner or a brow wax or something like that. My problem is half the time I forget to charge them. So I'll literally wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh shoot, I forgot to charge Jenny for her eyebrow wax. But then next time they come in, you could just say, hey, like last time I totally forgot to charge you for your brow wax. It's on me, but today it is going to be an extra $15 or whatever it was. So they're not like, oh, last time it wasn't that much, and this time. You can just be like, I totally forgot to charge you for that, and so I remembered today, and this is what it's going to be, or whatever. So you just want to charge your worth. You want to charge for your time, and if somebody has like an immense amount of hair, like you charge them for the extra color that you use and the extra time that it takes to do their hair. I have an extra color charge on my checkout, so I can just add extra color. It's a $20 upcharge. So typically if I use extra color, if they have just like a lot of hair, or if they're coming in for a root touch up and it's down to here, like I'm gonna need more color than what I usually use. So I definitely do charge an extra $20. And then beyond that, like if we're using even more color and even more color, when you have somebody coming in for a highlight and it's just a touch up of the root of the highlight, or if it's a root to end highlight, it's a totally different deal. Like you have to charge more for a root to end highlight. If they've never had highlights before, it's virgin hair, they want, root to end full foil highlights, like that's gonna be more. I would charge like probably an extra $50. So you just wanna charge extra for the work that you're doing, and that's why in my online booking, all of my pricing is a starting point. So everything says on there that it is a starting point, and it'll depend on the length and fullness of the hair. So the next point that I have is a weakness of mine. So you have people in the salon for a lot of time, right? Like anywhere from 2 to 4 to sometimes 5, 6, 7 hours. In some cases, not always do you have somebody in your chair for 7 hours, but sometimes you do. So this point is, don't talk too much. Like don't ramble on about like all your junk to people. You don't have to fill all that space with words. Like give it a rest, bring your computer to work, like while they're processing, let them like answer emails on their phone or whatever they need to do. Give a little space. Like I promise it'll make them feel better, because they won't feel like they have to talk to you the entire time they're there. Now, some people love to talk their whole appointment, and they do most of the talking, and they just need somebody to listen. Perfectly fine. But don't be the one as the stylist to be like talking all the time. I have days where I totally talk a lot, like I know I do, but it just happens. If you're a hairstylist, you have to love to talk. That's just comes with the territory. So there are some days where I do overtalk, and I feel like it loses my credibility as a confident hairstylist, because it's just TMI. Like I'm just blurting out too much information. So limit talking. Like obviously converse with your clients, but just don't like go overboard. So my last point before my camera dies is make your client feel good. This is a very important one, you guys, because your client is going to walk away from the salon remembering how they felt. Their hair may not even be 100% what they wanted, but if you made them feel amazing and they just like felt good about themselves leaving there and the whole time they were there, they're gonna come back to you. Like, you don't even have to be the best stylist in the area, but if you make people feel good and you make people feel confident in themselves and in you as their stylist, they're gonna come back to you. 50% of hairstyling is your personality, I swear. So make your client feel good. Like, talk them up. Be like, oh my gosh, like this color looks amazing on you. I cannot believe we haven't tried this before. Or, you know, just be like, and be honest, like totally be honest. Like, you don't have to like fake it, but just talk them up. Like, people don't always hear these things about themselves, and when they come into you, like, as their stylist, like they want to feel good. So I always compliment people, whether it's their outfit, their like just little things, like, oh my gosh, like the curtain bangs, like they just really bring out your eyes. They look so good. Girl, you better have a hot date tonight. Like, you just need to like hype them up, make them feel good. I promise they will love it. They will give you a good tip. They'll buy the product. They will rebook, and they will love you for it. So that is my last point, you guys. Make your clients feel good, and they will feel good about you as their stylist. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Those are all my points for today. This was how to improve your confidence as a hairstylist. Leave me some comments below if you enjoyed this content. I'm going to be doing more videos in this series, and I'm so excited. So leave me some comments if you have any ideas or any points you want me to hit for being a successful stylist. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this video with a friend if you thought it was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.
Let's go, let's lead, let's hit, let's go.